Oh, it is. What the fuck? Here, hold on. I'm trying to fix this now. All right, now it's a little jumpy again, of course. Let's see. I'm going to try to redo this real quick. There we go. Got the problem. Now we're good.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this going. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back for another episode of S-TierCast Season 3. You can catch up on seasons 1 and 2 on Anchor and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and whatnot. Get those out the way. Boy, oh boy, what a week.
Yeah, it was /entertaining /tiring.
Well, you know what? The thing that I was thinking of after we did this, did the first episode for the season, the news popped up that Bob Saget passed away.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And we're getting into it now real quick. The whole thing with Bob Saget, man, he was a great comedian. Like, he was hilarious, just raunchy as hell. I've watched some of his specials, aside from like the Full House and Fuller House stuff.
Yeah.
Probably the funniest stuff I ever heard in my life as it goes on. But man, that was very sad. I didn't feel as sad, like it wasn't like Robin Williams passing away.
No, but it was up there because he was part of our childhood as well.
Exactly. Like, and I oh my God. Like, just seeing how much it hit the whole comedy community. Oh my God. Like, I think there was video, I think, of John Stamos and John Mayer. They went to go get his car, and John Mayer was crying in the car as they were taking it. I'm like, oh, this is fucking brutal. But he was already put to rest. They already had, I think, the funeral, the ceremony and whatnot. He's already in the ground. Man, it was sad. And I'm like, ah, oh, man, that sucks. And I saw some people on TikTok like actually celebrating his death because he wasn't a good person. All that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. You're not a good person either. No one is inherently good. That's how I felt about it.
And why would you insult a dead person like that? Like, come on.
I don't know. It ain't like he was Rush Limbaugh.
Right.
It ain't like that. He was just raunchy. You didn't like his jokes. Okay. Humor, comedy is subjective. What the hell? But yeah, that was the saddest thing. I'm like, dude, how did this happen while we just finished streaming? Like, that's how I looked at it, and I sent you. You're like, what? Oh my God. But you're gonna, well, you know, the audio's working, but you're gonna hear the hum of the new mini fridge.
I can't even tell.
Oh, good. Well, it'll probably on there. I'll quiet it down. It's fine. I did a lot of work in the thing. Like I think the last time you were in here, I had that bookcase that was like right over here.
Mm-hmm.
I put it over here, and I put like all my games and like the rest of my movies in it.
Nice.
So it's like there's more room for activities. If anyone
I
gets
just
that
think of Step Brothers when somebody says that.
You got the reference good. Like, I was just like, oh, it's roomier now. Okay, I feel good. And, you know, I also I even redid my little gamer swag thing, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put a lot of these McFarlane figures away and actually like look for like gaming statues like Master Chief, Doomslayer, stuff like that. Like, you know, limit it, or at least, you know, make it minimalist.
Now, when you say statues, do you mean like
Where, let me see, like
action figure statues, but not like movable?
like
kind of deal?
like this, like Alan Shear from Kingdoms Amalur, like that. Like, if I could find the Darksiders figurines that they had for like the collector's editions, that'd be great. But I looked on eBay. Some guy wanted like 500 for all 4 figurines, and they're like that size. And I'm like, I'm tempted, but no.
My dad can carve you them out of wood for $15.
As polished as they be, yes. I know that your dad does so much stuff.
Mhm.
Like that was like I was just thinking about that and I'm like, okay. And like I even like took my Scream TV series mask out of the organizer here and put my Pagan Min figurine in there where
Mm.
he's in the throne like this and all that. I'm like, oh, that fits perfectly. So I've been doing a lot of like reorganizing, especially with the mini fridge right there. But man, oh yeah, I just had the topics all there. But dude, this was weird.
Yeah. I was like, when I randomly, like, showed you, I was like, in my mind, I was like, "I wonder what Logan Paul's doing now." And
Yeah.
he had this new video up. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What?"
Well, here I found out about it through G4. It was funny. So now, for Instagram, real quick, because we are live on Instagram. Uh, Logan Paul was scammed out of $3.5 million for Pokemon cards. Come to find out, it was GI Joe cards in Pokemon tins, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to be like verified by one of the biggest like groups that actually like verifies this stuff and all that. Oof. They're like, okay, we're gonna have to sit back and make sure Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards are in their tins before we verify this. Oh god, that was sad. Like his friend paid, I think was it 2.4 for
Mhm.
them, and then he bought them off him for 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like how does that happen? Let me see. I'm trying to make sure that we're on here. Don't tell me. Hold on. I'm trying to do the thing. Trying to share this back onto Facebook. Why isn't it showing the page? Hold on.
Mm.
It should be. Oh no, that's why. And I had set everything to public beforehand.
Well,
All right, so this is simulcasted from Facebook and Instagram and Twitch and YouTube. But the whole thing with Logan Paul, oh my god, he looked so sad in that video.
because he knew he got fucked.
Yeah, he got screwed so bad, and he's just like, huh? No. He was so sad about it. Like, I just spent 3.5 million.
Yeah,
Oh my
stick with
god.
that drink that you and KSI are doing, that, like, new Gatorade drink or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. It was funny as hell. Just seeing that. Like the whole thing, like it turned into a story earlier this week. Like it was wild that happened. Come on. Share. There we go. No. There we go. Trying to share this to our Facebook page. The thing with Logan Paul and like I think he's like kind of our age. I think.
I believe he's, like, a year younger or a year older than us.
Yeah. Like it's cool that he actually brought Pokemon cards back from the brink. Like no one gave a shit about them after it was already done. Like we're all adults and all that. Pokemon cards ain't shit anymore. Then he brings it back. Everything's worth like millions now again. And I'm like, the one time I had a first edition Mewtwo. Shit.
I believe I have a first edition Slowking, like, Japanese.
I have I think I still have my first edition starters from the Johto region still.
Mm.
Yeah. Japanese. Like it's a place in Arlington Heights. We're in Illinois, by the way, for anyone else listening. In Arlington Heights, there was a place. We drove past it when we were headed to Six Flags at one time,
Mm.
called I think Mazaki or whatever. And there was a little store inside Mazaki, and it was nothing but anime, like Gundam, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, everything. Like before Yu-Gi-Oh was even a big thing.
Mm.
And the crazy thing about it was like I scored so many things in that place when I was a kid that was just like no one had heard of them. No one had heard of Lugia or Ho-Oh. No one had like people had just heard about Mew, the artifact card Mew.
Mhm.
They had just heard about it. I saw like there was like 5 of them, first editions. Guy wanted $5 for them. And I was just like, I don't like that card. I should have bought all 5. I could have been sitting on a gold mine. Like that's a
Right.
flex. That is a flex nowadays. And like there's so many stuff. This guy had a whole model of a Gundam, like almost life size to like
Mhm.
human size. Like it looked so freaking cool. He was just decked out, and then he had to leave Miyazaki because they upped the rent on him. So he was in a strip mall like a block and a half away. And
Hmm.
then he had more stuff then with like Godzilla, all that stuff. Like he had everything. Wonder if he's still around.
Probably not. How old was he?
Um, about in his 40s when he was starting with the stuff. But he knew,
He might be, but I don't think he is because of this COVID shit.
yeah. But he knew like right away like that, like the whole like otaku culture or kotaku culture as they call it or whatever, the whole weeb stuff would be big. He knew it was coming, especially when
Mhm.
they started showing Pokemon. Like Pokemon was crazy back when we were kids. Just reminiscing on that. It's like so it was cool. It's cool that Logan Paul actually brought the card stuff back.
Mhm.
And then now it's like crazy. You got scalpers buying up the box sets in Target, in Walmart, all that stuff. And they're like, okay, we're not selling these anymore. Oh God. But
We're
he'll
starting to sell Pokemon cards in our store.
see. I think what's it? Well, I was gonna say before the thing, Logan's gonna definitely recoup that. Like that, he's worth more than 3.5. Like he can do a. I already heard that Hezbollah, the little 19-year-old from Kazakhstan, wants to fight him, and I'm like, no,
Like,
stop.
like seriously, if you just look up Logan Paul's money worth,
Oh yeah,
like him himself is worth like 10 mansions.
yeah. And it's so weird. Like him and his brother used to just be Vine stars. Now they just up the ante when it comes to YouTube and boxing, all that. We can always talk shit about Jake and Logan all we want, but you know what? You got to respect how much they actually got going on. I know a lot of people are going to be mad about what I just said there, but it is what it is.
Hey, do you seriously want to pick a fight with Jake or Logan right
All
now?
right.
They're one of the 2 best boxers out there right now
Yeah.
that are not signed professionally.
I was going to say, like, it is what it is. Like, I've actually talked shit about Jake because, apparently the thing came out like he was basically having all his opponents like sign the contracts where like they get knocked out and they get a percentage. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's
Half of the boxers do that. Come on.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, you're playing the game. That's basically what it is. Oh man, that was the thing. Like I look at them like, you know what? I respect what they're doing. Like they're douchey at times, but you know what? Logan's like he's grown out of a lot of the shit, a lot of the douchey stuff that we've seen him do.
Mhm.
But that's the basic of it. Let's see. Hold on, I want to check this. Oh, good. 2 people watching.
Plus, they're making more money than we can if we worked like 80 hours a day.
Yeah. Like that meme of Joker in the sweatshirt just staring into the mirror is basically everyone right now. We're just like boom, boom, boom. One bad day away. Oh man. So yeah, the whole thing with that, I was just that shit was funny as hell. Like, damn, should have checked those before you bought them. Like, yeah, you got screwed, dude. But I don't think what else. I don't think we have anything else for the Logan Paul thing. But just getting those 2 things out of the way. Well,
Mhm.
3 things because talking about how much this has changed.
Right.
Just there's enough room now for 2 cameras and 2 more microphones. So yeah, so it's coming along nicely. Be able to do more than just like on this webcam. Actually, have people in here. But I think we got some more stuff right now: music reviews, movie news, and I think that's basically it. Let's see. Yeah, more movie news, more gaming stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and I watched just to get to it. before we're gonna get to this. I watched the Power On, the story of the Xbox documentary, like while we were on break.
Mhm.
I'll tell you about it when we get to it, but let's get to nice little thing right there. We're gonna get to the music reviews
Okay.
now. Zombified by, oh my god, I forgot
Fallen
what
in
it is.
Reverse.
Following in Reverse. I keep like I almost mix them up with As I Lay Dying or All That Remains for some reason. I'm like, shit. But Falling in Reverse is Zombified, and I just like rewatched it just to refresh. It's a good ass music video. It's a good song.
Right?
Like the thing about it, like I think if more people were genuine about why they dislike it, like I understand why someone would dislike, like, oh, great, another song about cancel culture. I'd understand that. But no,
Mhm.
everyone got to bring up Ronnie Radke's past. Like, okay, you're proving the point of the song now.
Right?
Like, if you just said, ah, no, why would they do this? It's another one. I would understand that. As it stands, as I get to the rating, it's for me, it's an 8 out of 10. A little repetitive at times, but that video is fucking great.
I just like the chorus and the breakdowns.
Yeah, the breakdown is freaking great. Then the freaking UFOs come and start like abducting the zombies, and they see a giant kaiju. They're like, "Really, dude?" The music video is freaking great. The song is it's decent. It's like it has the same message. Yeah, like that's the only criticism I could see on this. Like that's basically it.
Like, honestly, I could see them using that for, like, another Resident Evil film or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Like it's a very good song. Hold on 1 minute. Oh man, my eye is messing with me. I think it's because of these Razer Anzus. Yeah, I had to plug that. I know for a fact I would never get the thing for Razer though, because how much I talk shit about them over the mask. I'm like, really? You guys don't do pre-orders? That stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this. Killer's Confessions, Heaven Alone. Get to
Yeah,
this.
uh, it kinda hits home for me. I don't really wanna get into it right now because it's kind of a personal thing of mine, but you know what I mean when I say it hits close home to me, but,
Oh yeah,
it's a really good song. It's like you said, it's a good another, like, spin-off or kickoff to one of the other songs that you
oh yeah.
said.
Yeah, Heaven Alone, like, it's a part of this, like, 4 video story that Waylon Revis, formerly of Mushroomhead, has been telling through these songs. The first song being, Numb, and then the
Mhm,
next one being The Shore. And then if you actually look at it, the song that he has called Cocaine is also a part of that because that's actually how, he's talking about how basically that numbs the pain of that and all that. And then this one, it goes back to what The Shore was about, and that's basically like seeing a loved one in hell because they couldn't talk to someone, so they ended up unaliving themselves, for just to say that for YouTube. And
mhm.
the whole thing about it is it's a great little story. I hope in the videos, like the songs are amazing. Like The Shore is one song that I will play over and over again. We talked about A Killer's Confession several times on the show, on like season 1, season 2. This
Oh, yeah.
was a very good song, and it continued that story. And I know what you're talking about, the whole like, the drug use stuff.
Mhm,
And I think that's what Waylon has been talking about also. Like he's sober as hell. Like he was an addict. And I think
mhm.
that was one of the reasons why as well. Like he used it to cope, and he finally found that spot in his life where he's like, I got a family. And he was in Mushroom Head, and he was being successful and whatnot. And
Well,
he's successful as hell now, more successful now.
like, I think it was that and how his friend overdosed or something like that.
Yeah,
But
in the video, it's supposed to be his son that passed away from that.
oh, his
Yeah.
son.
Yeah,
Okay,
that shit hits hard. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm an uncle, and I've had several, nephews pass, just to get that out there. Like several nephews pass. I've talked about it before, but
Mhm.
that shit, like I'm the uncle, and that shit hit me.
And that
Imagine the
would
mother.
hit anybody who has a
Yeah,
heart.
yeah. Imagine it being. the kid's mother. Like that was the thing that got me. Like that song, the song "Numb" is the one that really is just like that's the one that'll hit you when it comes to that. The Shore is like going on the journey
Mhm.
of grief and whatnot and coming out different. And then Cocaine is basically like you come out different and you still trying to cope with it. And then Heaven Alone is like still coping with the drugs, but it's other things that are helping you cope. And you're realizing that it's, from the video, you're realizing that death has hit a lot of people hard.
Mhm.
And that's basically what the video was about. Like, yeah, you're going to the afterlife. It feels like you're going to the afterlife alone, but in the end, it's actually you're going with other people. It takes time. I freaking love that song. I recommend A Killer's Confession. I can't say enough about
I
that band.
know, like, when you show me the video, I was like, "Why you gotta make me cry after work, bro?"
Like I give that song a 10 out of 10. Like he's done so many videos.
Mhm.
Like Starset did visualizer videos because like their music video stuff is like months of production, and some of them like Carnivore is not a good music video but a great song. But like Waylon has been doing like he's been doing videos where like on tour, but the song's playing. Like he's just showing, hey, yeah, this is what we've been doing. This is this. Here's the song. He did the whole thing with Chad Gray, which was great song. But
Mhm.
yeah, I give this song a 10 out of 10. Like I can't wait for the new album. Like he's already on a third album. It feels like yesterday that he came out with the first one.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah. Like that's great. And basically he owns his own record company.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to rush bleh,
Yeah.
bleh.
Production, yeah. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to rush the production. Yeah. Like I think what he works with Ra. He has Ra on his label. And
Hmm.
like they're old school metal band. I remember Ra back when we were like in high school. Um they
They
worked
were
with
sort of a haze for me, but I remember it.
yeah, I know Ra worked with Dustin Bates on one song recently before the new album came out. So yeah, that's cool. Like we're so close to that little collab Waylon, basically. That's a degree right
Right?
there. Let's see. I want to see if there's any comments. Good. Good. No trolling yet. Oh, thank God. My dad's been on a
It's
Tremors kick, and he told me I'm gonna get you for Tremors.
it's Sunday. The Lord rests, he rests. Mhm.
Oh God. Like he has all but the last one because they don't have it on Vudu yet. So I'm like, hey, go to
Hmm.
Netflix for that one. That one was great too. Like they're all great movies. But let's see.
Here we are.
Speak of the devil, shall appear.
You just had to
Hello,
say
Sharknado.
something, didn't you?
You said hello, Sharknado fans. I knew it. I knew it.
And let's get right into the news.
Oh man. But yeah, my dad's been watching Tremors, and I'm like, oh, I remember this one. I had the show. I found the whole series, and I brought it to him. Like, hey, here's the series for you. But oh shoot, I almost went to think, but we got more. We got
Yeah,
movie
I was
news, no
gonna say
reviews.
you forgot one.
Yeah, Avatar's new song, "Cruel and Unusual." That I can hear. That song is definitely like a serial killer theme song. I don't know, like it could be in like maybe the next Dark Pictures game, like that. It's so heavy.
You sick fuck.
Cool. Yeah, I love this song. It's very good. Tremor should get in the. Oh yeah, of course. It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
Academy don't like horror movies.
That and when Tremors first started, it went straight to VHS because they thought it was just gonna be a shitty movie.
Yeah, that's how Universal has been going for a minute. Like with the Chucky stuff, even not to do that. Like with the Chucky stuff though, like Curse, Cult, they went straight to sci-fi. The next day it was released. I'm like, how? Great movies, but how? But back to Avatar's new song, "Cruel and Unusual." This was heavy as hell. I love it. It's creepy. it's heavy. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I had just listened to it again, and like it's definitely on point for Avatar. I can't wait for their new album. I gotta rewatch. Oh, good night. He's taking a nap. Good night, girls. I don't know what else to point at. It's like it's on brand for Avatar.
Well,
Like I
honestly,
love.
I think they're trying to get away from, like, that carnival sound that they're usually known for and, like, go into, like, murderous metal.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I expect them to do it. I don't see any other way they can't get away from it other than this.
Right?
Like it was a very good song. I can't wait for the new album. I have 3 albums to actually listen to from them. Like I totally dodged it. Go play with your dolls. How dare you, sir? They're action figures. Every season.
He's just gonna keep calling you out on that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, until we get him in here. Tell us some good stories. Let's see. Well, yeah, so yeah, Cruel and Unusual. That one is definitely a 10 out of 10 also. So like Zombified, 9 out, I think what I said, 8 out of 10. Heaven Alone. Heaven Alone, 10 out of 10. Cruel and Unusual, 10 out of 10. I got to see Avatar when they were touring with Mushroomhead. I was I was so scared because like Mushroomhead had toured with like several death metal bands, and some of those death metal bands are so monotonous. I'm like, is this the same song? Oh no, it's the same song. Like they just switched the riff. I'm like, okay, one last song. They're still on their second song.
I know
Oh
some of these metal songs go to, like, 7 minutes or 8 minutes.
yeah, and then I heard that I got to see Avatar. I'm like, oh, let's see how they are. I'm like, oh, they start out with Hail the Apocalypse. I'm like, let's freaking go. Like I was in the mosh pit with that too. I'm like, yes, this is great. Like they're very good band. I love that they keep going with this. You know, they actually did a song for StarCraft.
No.
Yeah, it's called Queen of Blades. It's heavy. It's like how do I put it? It's like Man of War, but with Avatar sound. Like that's how it sounds.
Hmm.
But yeah, they did that song for StarCraft 2, Queen of Blades.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a good song. Like that was like the second song. They didn't play it, but it was like the second song when I was like just like learning about who they were and all that. And I'm like, all right, that's actually pretty good. Let's see. All right, now that we got the music reviews done, let's see. We got some movie stuff,
Hmm.
movie and TV news. I would have did the reviews this episode, but we got so much stuff to talk about. Why am I getting belches? I don't know. All right, so we got The Boys. The Boys season 3 starts this June, and I'm gonna look up the episode list because it looks sporadic as hell. Like their release, like they're doing this weekly release thing, but now with this one, it's like I don't know how to put it. Like it's like the first 3 episodes is like on the premiere,
Hmm.
and then it's like 2 weeks later for the next episode. I'm like, what? How? What is this? What is this schedule?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'll show it. I'm gonna name it off real quick. But this is the season. Yeah, have you watched The Boys at all?
Dude, I've been so busy with work and waking up at 4 in the morning, bro. I hardly have any time to even brush my hair half of the time.
Oh no. All right, let's see. I think I have. All right. So, episodes I think 1, 2, and 3 are going to be on June 3rd, 2022.
Mm.
So like, you know, they're setting it up. Let's see. Where is the rest of this? I'm looking for I had it. Ah, good. Thank you, Polygon. And they won't hear that often.
Who the hell is Polygon?
That's that other rag that, you know, be talking shit about games and all that. Let's see.
Ah,
Let's see. Give me the episode. They don't have the episode list. Okay, well, fuck. I rescind my thank you. Go screw yourself. But this is the season. Where is it? Come on, I need this episode schedule. Here we go. Let's see. They got the episode schedule. Here we go. Who is this? Okay, Digital Spy. All right. The episode schedule, where is it at? All right, so June 3rd for the episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Come on. They really don't want me to know when the rest of it is. Because this is the season where, like, the most controversial thing in the comics happened called Herogasm. And it's basically like a massive superhero orgy. It's going to be so weird. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
It's, let's see. Come on. Someone's got it. I know they do. Here, I'll just look up. I know who has it. Hold on 1 minute.
I still can't get my head over the supergasm or whatever it's called.
Herogasm. It is like the craziest. It's like basically like a retreat for superheroes, and it's like, oh my goodness. Okay, so you have to watch this series. It's freaking great. I'll put it this way: it's like, what if like all the superheroes were like assholes? Basically, that's basically what it is.
If you really think about it, all superheroes are assholes.
That is true. And the thing about this one is like, let's see, where's it at? Come on, give me the thing. Geek Vibe has it, I know. Yeah.
Maybe G4 has it.
Shoot, I wish. That'd been great. Kill two birds with one stone. Let's see. I gotta scroll through a lot of news here. But like that episode is gonna be so wild. Like it has its own like release date and all that, like all of them do. But I wonder how they're gonna play it off.
And this is like on HBO or something like that, right?
Prime Video.
Prime Video. So Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon's been doing crazy stuff. Like their Lord of the Rings series is coming out this September as well.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I think what they're doing Wheel of Time season 2. They're continuing The Expanse. They're doing more for fantasy than a lot of studios are.
Yeah, but with this, it seems like they're going into porno territory.
The comic book goes into porno territory, horror territory. It goes everywhere. Like the comic book was just brutal.
Well, yeah, I could understand from the comic book, but not a TV series.
Let's see. There's some brutal moments in the last 2 seasons. Like there's a part where a dolphin like flies through a windshield and gets ran over by a garbage truck.
Okay, you see that in everyday life downtown, but you don't see movies about that now, do you?
I was like, oh, that's fucked up. When I saw it, I'm like, oh man, this is so messed up. There's a whole sequence in season 2 where everyone's head explodes, like straight up
Like They Live style?
Scanner style.
Oh, Scanner style.
Yeah. And you're just like, wow, this is just crazy. Let's see, where is this episode list? I know someone has it.
Maybe they actually forced them to take it off because it gives too much details or something. I don't know.
I hope not. I'm just fumbling about looking for this damn episode list.
2 hours later.
I swear. Let's see. Come on, load. Oh. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So, Turning Red came out. Yeah, we know that. Sing 2. They got tickets. Yeah. Found it. All right. So episode 1, 2, and 3 are on June 3rd. June 10th is episode 4. June 17th is episode 5. So that's a week apart. Okay. June 24th is Herogasm. July 1st is episode 3, episode 7. And then July 8th is the season finale. And I hope they go crazy with this show. Like it got crazy at one point in the comic books where Butcher was basically killing everyone because he became a superhero.
Here's the thing. Remember in Watchmen, people were complaining about the sex scene and all that,
Yeah.
and they're not gonna complain about this orgy with
I
superheroes?
I hope they don't complain, because then
But
I
here's
will
the
be
thing, why complain about something that little, but be okay with, like, orgies?
well, because it's Garth Ennis, not Zack Snyder.
I
But
don't give 2 fucks if it was King Tut.
well, yeah, that's the thing. Um, Seth Rogen knows how to push the envelope when it comes to that. I swear. Like the whole thing with Preacher was great. Like I didn't expect him to do a lot of things that weren't even in the graphic novel in the show.
Yeah,
Like for example, as I keep saying, for example, one of the characters I want to say it's Air Star. Yeah, he ends up with a lot of stuff happen to him in the graphic novel of Preacher, but in this, um, Jesse Custer's grandmother puts a voodoo curse on him and gives him like a penis head for a head. Like you see the friggin' line and everything on his head, so he has to wear like a cap.
so he's officially a dickhead.
Yes. They did so many crazy things on there. Oh man. I was laughing so hard at that stuff. Like Seth Rogen knows how to make Garth Ennis' stuff work.
Mm,
But that's basically it for Boys season 3. I can't wait for season 3. I've watched both seasons and I'm like, this is great. Like one of the heroes named Black Noir. That's ironic. Black. That's basically what his name is. Black Noir. He has a peanut allergy, and they basically put him out of commission with a Snickers bar.
mm.
I was
What,
like,
did they
that's
change the rapper into, like, a Milky Way or something?
no. He was trying to kill Starlight, and Queen Maeve, who's basically Wonder Woman, grabs him, grabs the Snickers bar, and shoves it into his mouth. It makes him eat it, and he's just like, "Ugh." He's
That's
trying
such
to
a dumb way to die,
he's,
though.
he's trying to get his EpiPen. He ends up in a coma. Oh god. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, Tim Allen is back as Santa for Santa Claus the series on Disney
Without
Plus.
the cocaine.
Yeah. The whole story is basically he's 65 years old. He knows he can't be Santa Claus anymore. So he's looking for a replacement. And I said, if this has Krampus in it, I will be so happy.
Honestly, that storyline doesn't make any sense because Santa never ages.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to do like what Ernest Saves Christmas did, where like, oh yeah, the magic is fading from you, so you have to find a replacement. That's a part of the contract. Yeah,
Okay, Tinkerbell.
yeah, right. The bag, it's
Clap your
just feathers.
hands if you believe.
The bag, it just has feathers. I know it's feathers. But another thing, we're getting Real Steel, the series on Disney Plus as well. I loved Real Steel, so I'm like, finally, they're doing something else with it. That
Okay.
was a that was basically like Rocky with robots, basically.
And
it,
okay.
it was pretty good. What else? Prey. You know what the thing about Prey? That's the new Predator prequel that's coming out. We talked about it last season.
Mhm.
There was litigation for Predator.
What?
Yeah, there was a lawsuit on Disney for having it, and Disney actually settled so they can actually have it on Hulu. It's going to be on Hulu this year, but like that was weird. I saw that on Instagram. I'm like, so
Wasn't,
they
like, the Predator movie is owned by Fox?
yeah, and because it was owned, but it also like went back to the writer as well. And Disney owns Fox's library, so
Oh.
the writer was like, "Hey, I want this much for you to do this," and they're like, "Okay." So hopefully there's some more for Prey. I hope to see the trailer soon. I
Let's
would
just hope
love to
there's no
see it.
musicals in it.
I hope not. I hope not. But it's going to be on Hulu, so I think that's what they're going to do with like a lot of the stuff. Moon Knight, I think, is going to be on Hulu. I think. Let's see what else. Ah, yes, casting news for the Last of Us series. and
Oh.
I had this written down. Where is it? The one of the actors from Euphoria and the Suicide Squad is gonna be playing Riley. I forgot what her name is. Where is
Hmm.
it? I think I have it on my actual notes for this, but she will be playing Riley, Ellie's friend, and yeah, it's gonna
Flash
be
lover.
yes, friend slash lover. I think it's gonna be like flashback sequences. I'm waiting for the thing. I'm trying to find out who the. I'll just do this. Google it. What the hell?
I probably just like gave the show's ending away. Oh, they fell in love in the end.
Yeah, but that's the thing. She dies though. I remember that DLC.
Yeah.
Let's see. Storm Reed. She also played Bloodsport's daughter. That was a great sequence.
Honestly, I think they're gonna do the ending without her dying though, and them
I
continuing the journey.
I hope they do that. That would be great. They could negate what Last of Us 2 did with
Mhm.
like with Abby and Joel. Like she could actually be like, I'm not gonna kill Joel. I'm just gonna break his break his knees.
Poor Joel.
Golf club to the knees. Oh, this one actually irked me. I think you saw it on my personal Facebook. Red Notice is getting 2 sequels. I'm like, so we get 2 sequels of that, but not 6 Underground? Like Red Notice was cool. Does it deserve 2 sequels though?
No.
1 maybe. 1 maybe. That's, it's a throwaway. 6 Underground, they set up like several sequels. Ah, Netflix. Netflix fucking up. Now I got to pay $20 for everything. Come on now.
Oh, $20. Oh.
20 a month. All right, so let's see. I got to look this up real quick just to have it. But as we're jumping, oh wait, you know what? Let me do plugs first. If you like what is in front of you on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, all that stuff.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, hit the like button on YouTube, subscribe to the S-Tier podcast to not miss an episode. Also, follow the S-Tier podcast on Facebook.com/S-Tier podcast, Twitter at S-Tier podcast 1, and Instagram at S_tier podcast, and also YouTube, search S-Tier podcast, by the way. And also on Twitch at S-Tier Martinez 90, S_tier Martinez 90. This is where it's at also. This episode will be available on YouTube after we leave, and it will be available in audio format on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts on Wednesday.
Yeah, so you can listen to us while you're sleeping.
What the fuck was that voice?
It's the Mayor B voice. Hey, Mayor B
Oh,
here. Free
oh my
honey for
hand.
everyone. Oh, I just stung myself.
But let's get into what else we have. We have a little bit more for you. Some gaming stuff. We're not even going to do gaming news yet because I want to talk. No one answered the question. What were we going to watch or we'll actually talk about after the Doom Eternal review? No one answered. Good thing I caught it on YouTube. Yay. Um, we were supposed to talk about LA Noir,
Mhm,
and I had beat it before, and I'm playing it again. I'm on the arson desk, so I'm so close to the end.
mhm.
Ah, man, I do love LA Noir. Some of the story, it had me thinking about some things that actually happen in real life. How they sometimes, how certain like crooked guys be like blackballing like the good cops and all that, like how Cole Phelps was. And I'm like, oh God, I hope the sequel has it where Roy Earl is like chief of police and they do like some street king shit to him. That would be great. Because I can tell you right now, Roy Earl, I hate that dude so much.
Honestly, I thought, like, this game was gonna be somehow connected to the Mafia games.
That would have been cool. Like it kind of is, but like realistic mafia, not like,
Yeah.
like it the thing in the games. But the whole thing with it was looking at it now, after having played Red Dead Redemption 2, Last of Us 2, a lot of the
Mhm.
games from this generation, a lot of the technology is very, very dated. Like it
That's
was top
why
of
that's why I thought they were gonna remaster it.
well, they did remaster it, but it still looks dated.
Mm,
Like I looked at it and I was just taken aback like by how great it was in on the PlayStation 3 and the 360. Now you look at it and you're just looking at it like it's a whole thing like I keep saying like oh that's my anchor I know. Um it's so you can tell when it's a different person mocapping compared to like Aaron Staten talking through the facial mapping they were doing.
mm,
I recognized several actors though. Um, the one of the traffic cases where you go up to one of the car dealership guys and he's
yeah.
like walking all funny like that that stuff that's the guy from Ghostbusters 2 that committed the Ghostbusters. I'm like, I looked at that. I was just laughing so hard. I'm like, hey, it's that dude. I saw John Noble in it. He's like kind of the main bad guy.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I looked at that again. I'm saying like, um, ah,
God,
I
you're like a teenage girl at the mall.
yeah,
Like.
that's so grody.
Oh my god, let's get some kids.
I just looked at that and I remember like I remember I remember later on he voices Scarecrow in Arkham City, not Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
And looking at that, he needs to do more characters for movies as well. John Noble is a great actor. Like he needs to do more for games. Now LA Noir was supposed to have like a spiritual successor and it got canceled because I think budget reasons, but let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. How do you market a game called The Whore of the Orient?
I would have named it Black Dahlia.
That would have been good too. I think it was I don't know what the story behind it was because I think you can hear from one of the characters in the flashbacks what they called the Pacific theater of World War II. He called
Mhm.
it the Great Whore of the Orient or whatever. And I'm thinking it could have been they were going to show like it was going to be a war game. It was going to be, you in the Pacific theater, full motion. It feels like a movie and they were going to have a good cast, but it got canceled. I just had that thought of, man, this would be weird to hear on X Play. The Horror of the Orient gets a 5 out of 5. I had that on my head real quick. But I heard they're still trying to do a sequel, and I say just jump to like the 80s or the 90s because there was a
Or
lot of stuff
or
happening in
stay
the
in
90s.
this era and do, like, crimes that happen in that area, like the Black Dahlia
Well, well,
the murder
that
of
was the
Marilyn
homicide desk.
Manson.
That was the homicide desk. The whole Black
Not
Dahlia
Marilyn
thing.
Manson, Marilyn Monroe.
Charles Manson. Oh yeah, that or the Charles Manson cases.
Yeah.
That would be in the 70s then. Like just jump into like where it's like 20 years later.
Mhm.
That would be cool. Like there's so many ways you can do it and like have it where like the reason why I would say like jump it to like the 90s though, so you can have Aaron Staton again as like the descendant of Cole Phelps.
Yeah.
That would work out perfectly. But or have it where it's like at least early 2000s, at least where he's like a rookie and he has the same go-getter attitude, this whole initiative attitude that his grandfather had. Like that's
Or they
how
could or they can do one where you, like, hunt down Jack the Ripper in, like, the 1700s or something like that,
that'd be
or
that, that could
1800s.
they could definitely do some anthological stuff with it. The whole thing with LA Noir, like there's so much you could do. It's just like I feel like the creators of it have like a one-track mind. Let's just, do like the 40s and 50s. And because there's so many games that do like the 70s and the 60s, not really. Like Mafia 3 does the 60s, but
Which was pretty decent, I like
yeah,
that game.
I love Mafia 3. I
I
like I
heard.
understood.
I'm
Hmm?
sorry. Go on.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I heard they're like remastering the first Mafia game or something like that.
Yeah, I have it.
No,
It
like remaster for like the PS5 and shit.
what?
Yeah,
So you telling me I spent $14 on the steelbook for nothing?
yeah.
Damn it! Like I got to pop that in. I'm trying to get that Pro first though. But I have to actually I'm gonna rebuy Mafia 3. I gotta get Mafia 2 for the PS4 also. Like I know
Mm,
they're gonna do another sequel. They have to. Cause how do you end it with the CIA agent finding out that it was these guys that got Kennedy killed because of the mafia, and he's basically going to get them get the whole mafia, like bring them down. Like how do you stop from there? But
I'd say they should just like go on with like different mafia gangs, like Capone's gang, or
yeah, before the commission, that would be great.
yeah.
Like that was one thing. That was one thing to think of with like, mm, okay, yeah, we're good. We're not gonna miss. We're not gonna. I'm just gonna shut up for a minute, recollect myself.
Before you say like again,
I
which you should
swear.
like this video on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's maybe it's subtle thing, some subliminal thing, like.
Give us more likes.
Yeah. All right, let me look up State of Play so we can get out of L.A. Noir, because L.A. Noir I do enjoy it, but yeah, it got dated. But I was like, I had bought the game on a whim because I was watching it on YouTube, and I wanted to play it again because I watched it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, fuck." I cannot stop it. I'm trying. Let me look up State of Play and shut the hell up.
Sounds like you need some food for that brain of yours.
I think so. Let's see, State of Play. Oh shit, hold on. PlayStation State of Play. All right. So I was looking for the date for State of Play. What?
Mhm. What?
Okay, good. Okay, February 3rd, let's see, is State of Play. I already know some of the leaks for it. Um, your game that you've been waiting on. Okay, that's gonna Thursday. All right. Your game you're waiting on. They're basically gonna promote it as like one of the big ones, Hogwarts Legacy.
Mhm.
That's gonna be like the be all end all. Um, that's gonna be the be all end all. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna not get any monetization from that. Uh, the be all end all of the
It was a
whole.
squirt gun, everybody. It was a squirt gun.
Yeah.
I mean, Nerf blaster.
But Hogwarts Legacy is supposed to be like, mm, it's supposed to be the main thing to get to. There's gonna be more games to look at, like Last of Us, the remaster of the remaster for the PS5, but they're gonna show actually what is it, Last of Us 2 factions. They're gonna show some more games. I forget what the list looks like. That one was on purpose. All right, let's see. I'm gonna look for the game list, but we will be covering State of Play on Twitch and Facebook, not on YouTube, because I don't know how YouTube is when it comes to streaming events like that. We could talk about it on that Sunday after, but
Mm,
let's see, game list. But it's looking like February 3rd. If they do it where it's just pre-recorded stuff, that's fine.
mm.
Let's see. Games to look forward to. Oh no, that's not it, I don't think. Let's
Is
see.
that Suicide game out yet?
Suicide Squad, not yet. I think we're gonna see more of Slitterhead at this. The
Mm.
hell just happened to the place? Okay, here we go. Elden Ring. They're going to show more of Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Maybe a little more of God of War Ragnarok. More of Gotham Knights.
Mhm.
I think we're going to see another, probably a final trailer for for Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. I know we're going to see something for Ghostwire Tokyo. I've been waiting on that one too.
We better see something out of that.
Let's see. Let's see what else. Let's see what Games Radar has. They got some more games. The way it's looking. Yes, Hogwarts Legacy will be the main feature for it. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Where is it? Yeah, they're gonna show more of God of War Ragnarok. Um, let's see. Developers Final Fantasy 16 have also promised a big reveal in spring 2022. So that might be a state of play. Who knows? Let's
Maybe.
see. Oh, there's going to be a bit. I know they're going to be talking about. I think was it the VR2. They're going to be talking about a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, we will be covering it on Twitch and Facebook on February 3rd, if that's the date. But you know, that's soon. That could be due to change and whatnot. I'm already putting the the messages out like, hey, you want to help us with this, that stuff. Gonna see if we
Yeah.
can gonna see if we can get like um Ari Ellis from Twitch. Gonna see if I can get who else? Jessica, who also watched us on Twitch. She's a big PlayStation fan too. That's I think one of Sam's relatives, our friend Sam.
Mhm. Oh,
Uh
okay.
yeah, she was the one that's like she's big into Mass Effect just like I am. She does Twitch as well. See if we can get my cousin Jonte. He's big onto Twitch. He plays COD like crazy. See if we can get Dietrich finally on here.
He plays a Call of Duty.
uh, but yeah, so we're gonna try to get a little group together to look at the whole thing, see what's coming up on the PS5 and whatnot. Because one day, sooner or later, I'll have a PS5.
You
My
better.
cousin, my cousin will have a PS5. Dietrich will have a PS5. I talked to my
I'm
nephew.
the only one who has a PS5. Damn it.
I talked to my nephew Seneca after the first stream, and he goes like, "I'm trying to wait on a PS5." I told Veronica, his fiance, I told her like, "Wait on it." But when we moved to Chicago and all that, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a minute when you get a PS5." He goes, "Why?" Scalpers bought it up, dude. You've
Like,
been
you
in
have
for
to
a minute.
check like every day for one to sell. That's how I got my PS5.
Yeah, I told him like you've been in for at least a year and a half, 2 years already. Scalpers have been buying this shit up. I can't don't even have a PS5. He goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Any new games come out?" I had to tell him about Guardians of the Galaxy. He ain't heard the game. I'm like, "Oh boy, yeah, you're basically in the hole." But
Mhm.
let's see. Speaking of PS5s, because of the PS5 shortage, Sony is making more PS4s. Oh, you know how
Let's
happy
go
that
one
makes
step backwards.
it's easier, I guess, but I saw that, I was just laughing so hard at that.
That makes me so happy that I have one.
Right. And I saw someone like they already have a cooling thing for the PS5 because that second wave of PS5s, I think in 2021, started heating up because they had replaced the different fans and whatnot.
Mhm.
And someone said, "Well, why do you have that for the PS5? It shouldn't be heating up like that." Well, they replaced the the hardware for the second batch. What do you expect? It does
So
more than
far,
just cool it.
mine's been running good.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
no
wait.
heat ups or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that. I'm trying to find a Xbox Series X because they discontinued the Xbox One.
Why?
Because of the Series X. And I'm like, I looked at it. I'm okay with that. They discontinued the Xbox 360.
As you say that, a tear goes down your cheek.
I'm fine. I looked at it, and looking at it now, the first thought in my mind was, well, it's been years since
Yeah.
the Xbox One. The first thing of Xbox Ones was considered the media device. We're gonna get to how that was all in the story of Xbox. How, like, oh yeah, we dropped the ball when the Xbox One came out. Like they at least admitted it.
Yeah.
But let's see. I think we can show that. You know what? We'll just talk about it. I'm not even gonna do the thing. Let's see. This is our final gaming news thing. This has been hitting the waves of, all the different gaming things, including the No Bitches Brigade. Frost, she is a part of X Play on G4. She had a thing, and this was for a segment called the airing of gaming grievances, and her thing was about how a lot of the internet treats girl gamers and all that, and how she has been treated on X Play, like when on the chat. And I'm gonna send you the video, but I'm gonna say this right now. I agreed with her to an extent because I understand the whole thing of frustration, how frustrating it is that you're like basically the you're basically the replacement for Morgan Webb. Morgan Webb working at um Activision Blizzard, I do believe she's like one of the only people besides the actual developers that they have chained to their desks that is actually trying to do something different there. And she also brought up Olivia Munn, and I'm like, well, Olivia Munn she was one of the main faces of Attack of the Show. I understand that. And the whole thing was wow, thank you, Sebastian.
Uh, you know what? Get your frappuccino and get the fuck out of here.
I got one too. No. Well, the thing with it, when I looked at it, I was not taken aback. I understood why she made this. She was frustrated with
Mm,
the comments that were made about her. And for everyone that has been like talking about it, I said, like, again, who cares? Anyway, I caught myself. Everyone has been talking about it, getting mad over it, saying, "Oh yeah, you're just going to ruin G4 with this rant." Well, the whole segment was ranting. That's what the segment was about. Okay. What do you want? You want some nice stuff? Oh, this they could do this instead of that. She's airing
like,
out her
I
frustration.
I agree with them, like, I have friends on VR that are girls, and every time when they get on, every guy's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, girl, girl, girl."
Yeah, yeah. We know there's toxic assholes in the community,
Yeah.
and we need to do a better job of like shutting them up. And I showed you that video of that chick that basically shut that guy up. I'm
I
gonna bang
love
your
it.
dad and give him a child he actually loves. Jesus Christ.
And he just goes, "Ah!"
Yeah. He died the next day. His gamer tag was on a friggin' banister. He was here.
Rest in peace.
uh, and I understand where she came from. And the whole thing about there's so much pushback against this. And I look at it and I'm thinking back to Gamergate, the shit that happened in 2016. And I had said this on Twitter. I said the fact that that video is out about that rant and G4 shared it,
Mm,
and you all had this whole mind numbing experience over getting mad over it. It proves her point. It's just
I
like
know.
Zombified. You're proving the point. Of course, the quartering had said something about it. Yeah, of course.
Like, if you were the business of that company, you would say something about it, be like, "Hey, whoa, hold up, hold up.
Yeah.
You work for us. I understand your issues, but let's not throw our company out on the streets."
Yeah, I look at it, and she was bringing up the comments on there, and then it's always those guys. Like I want to say that she is. Let's see. I want to say that she actually leans. I think she's lesbian. I think, and of course, I'm like, I looked at it. I'm like, of course. And the main comment she said that they said about her was that she was not as bangable as Olivia Munn or Morgan Webb.
The fuck? That's
And
just sexist.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure, and that comment's probably there. Sorry, you have to scroll through it, you idiots, to find the comment, but that's there. And I saw Rich from Review Tech USA talk about it. He said that's the internet, and it's like, and you looking at it, I look at it again. Yeah, that's the internet, but
There's ways of doing it correctly.
yeah, there's a better way to just troll like that. There's better ways to troll.
Yeah, and trolling's meant to be funny for everyone in like the
Yeah.
conversation, not just you.
Yeah, and that's I agree with Frost on this. I'll send you the video because I understand where she's coming from. I understand why people took it that way, but she's right. Sorry that she didn't say it the way you like it.
I know. Grammar Nazis.
Tone Nazis. I don't like how you said that. Okay, fuck off. That's basically all you can
All
say.
right, let me reverse it. Yes, that is it.
Oh, I gotta send it to you. Let me just do it. I'll do it right now. Send it to you on DMs while we're looking at it. Well, while we're talking about it. But I agree with her. Like what were they expecting? Like it's so funny how the
It's
same group.
here's the thing. All right, you live in America, right? And
Mhm.
there's this rule that says freedom of speech, right?
Yeah,
And what does freedom of speech mean?
say whatever you want.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up, move on, put the dildo back up your ass, and live on your life.
And that goes for a lot of these dissenters when it comes to that. It comes back to she's right. You're making it bigger than what it is. You should be saying, you know what? I don't like how you said it. You have the right to say it.
Yeah,
You're right. We got to do better. That's it.
exactly. Not make a whole scene out of it.
Yeah, quartering going, oh, yeah, they're going to ruin J4 over this. No, they're not. It's on YouTube.
G4 ruined itself back in the day. You don't think they'll
Yeah,
do that again?
yeah, the producers, the ones that were running it, ruined it.
I know. So
It's a
like that's like a shut the fuck up moment. Like they threw themselves in the garbage.
yeah, it's mainly a YouTube channel right now. How are they
Yeah,
ruining
pretty
their
much.
business? What, you think this is machinima? No,
This ain't Bollywood.
it's fucking G4. Don't subscribe to them then.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly. If you don't like a person on YouTube, you don't watch their videos.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, and that's what she said too. You don't like what I say? Go to the next video. And then somebody, okay, I hope your face is like this, just all shocked that we do it. No, it's probably more on the
I
lines of,
hope she posted an Instagram picture of herself enjoying life, having a bottle of champagne, and
oh,
giving the middle finger.
this is the best part, and none of these idiots are showing it. She shared the messages she got after doing that part of the segment. One of them said that she was too ugly to be SA'd, trying to
Sexist.
do it for, and what else? Said that she should die.
That's verbal threat.
Yeah, what else? Said that she's the reason why G4 is not going to be successful.
Accusing somebody for their own mistakes.
Yeah, they were just saying all this stuff, and I looked and said, "Y'all salty. You're proving the point. Why doesn't the quartering and all these other idiots realize what they say is what their audience is saying? Their audience is parroting what they're saying and saying it worse. It's inundatingly
They should really stop worrying
infuriating.
about other people's jobs and worry about their own damn kids and family.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. And oh man, I could go on and on. Just stop. It's 2022. We're still dealing with Gamergate shit. Shut up.
Or grow up.
Yeah. 2022. Y'all think it's still 2014 and Anita Sarkeesian's doing this. No, she's not. She's
Yeah,
saying
Chris
stupid shit.
Angel's not the best magician anymore. Grow up.
Well, the bad guys are not the people that are complaining. It's just you're the bad guys. Your fans are the bad guys. And y'all should feel bad for doing this. Like that's how I feel about it. I'm so tired of it. 2022, motherfucker. What the hell?
As the Brits would say, jog on, mate.
Yeah.
That was probably the
Jog on.
shittiest English ever.
That was shitty. But yeah, I definitely stand with Frosk on this. They proved her point perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfectly.
And guess who's getting paid while you complain about her ass?
She is.
Exactly. So you're just making her more money.
Yeah. 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 Zombified skyrocketed through the billboards because y'all got mad. That's for the other side.
And so did Fake Woke.
Yeah. Both of those songs skyrocketed.
He even got his own star because of that song, bro.
Yeah. The left got mad about those. Y'all got mad about this. Both are going to be successful now. All you had to do was ignore it, be like, all right. And then that's it. It would have been fine.
Guess what? They would still be successful.
Yeah. So yeah, I stand with Frost on that. She don't deserve the hate she gets. She had some funny ass moments. She talked about League of Legends one time on Next Play.
I'm just gonna say this. You're gonna complain about other people like that, but you're not gonna complain about the president who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Quartering's gonna get back to this. Excuse me, I do that all the time. All right, let's get to the final thing on this. So I watched Power On, the story of Xbox. It was basically a nostalgia trip, seeing how this whole thing derived from what is it, DIVX?
Mm-hmm.
That thing. That was one thing that G4 never showed when they did Icons, and the whole pushback from like Bill Gates, and then Bill Gates going, "All right, let's do it." It was such a cool little thing, jumping from the Xbox, how it was originally like a big ass X.
It was just two guys in the garage making a new system.
Actually, no, it was actually a group of people, and the thing was, they basically gutted a computer and actually put the DIVX stuff in it, and they made sure it worked. And they showed Bill Gates. They pressed the button, and all this idiot goes, "Can you turn it off and turn it back on again? Press the button. Press the button." Like that, it just turned on and was just right there. And it was a cool little thing looking at the Xbox, how it had evolved from the Xbox original, how they basically won Oddworld Inhabitants over, how they got their own little thing with like Dao Fang, all those different games, how they had a nice little catalog of games. Go to the Xbox 360, you see the Red Ring of Death stuff. You see how that was one of the biggest things that happened, but it still outsold the PS3 because the PS3 was $500.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I remember those days. I looked at that. I was reminded of when I was a kid, like a high schooler. I'm like, I'm not gonna get the PS3 at all. End up with it on Christmas. Ooh, cool, Dead Space. And it was such a cool thing seeing. And then, of course, we talked about this earlier, the Xbox One, when they had one of the heads of EA as the head for Xbox. He goes, "Oh, we're gonna make it a media console so we can look at the TV through it." No one used that. I was there. I tried using it. Nope.
I saw it, but I was just like, nah.
Yeah, I have a Kinect. My first Kinect busted. Then I got an Xbox One X. and it's still here. It's
But
collecting dust.
the Xbox One came with the Kinect. I never
Yeah.
used the shit.
Yeah, I used it once, but it was more for, I think, what was it for? There was a couple of games, like, when it first came out that you could use it, but it was for,
Kinect
like,
Sport.
hardcore. Yeah, well, no, it wasn't sports, it was another game. I wonder what it was. I have some of them. I wanna say it was just to, like, get your face, and you could actually put your face on your characters
Yeah,
and
it
all that.
never worked. You look like a deformed elephant man.
I am not an animal. You're not Mel Gibson either. uh, there was so much to this, and it was cool seeing how Spencer, the actual head of Xbox right now, I think it's Phil Spencer. I think he said, "Nope, Xbox One. We're gonna go back to just making games for it.
Thank
No
you.
more of this. No more of this stuff. Hooking it up to the cable and all that." And just seeing it at this point, I hope they do like one last part for the Series X, see how tumultuous it has been for them to fulfill orders and shit. And it was cool seeing several G4 alumni were in there in this
Mm,
documentary. It was actually narrated by one of the ladies from G4TV.com, which was their little podcast thing that they would do. I want to
yeah.
say like it was like at night that they would do that. She was the one narrating. They had Kevin Pereira there. They had Adam Sessler in there.
Mhm.
It was a cool little documentary. I recommend it. It's on YouTube. All think all 6 parts. I legit sat down when we were not doing anything like for the podcast, our break. I sat down and watched it all. And to think like Seamus, the one who actually developed it, he
Seamus?
also yeah, his name was Seamus. I forgot his last name.
Brother!
He actually did that for a picture too. He actually developed Jurassic Park Trespasser, and that's a game. It is garbage. Like he actually tried to actually make it very top of the line, actually work with physics with it and all that. It didn't pan out. But for the Xbox, he worked on the physics for the Xbox. That panned out. That was redemption for him throughout the whole thing. And he actually says, like, I felt redeemed. And I actually want a Jurassic Park Trespasser game now. For now. Like they could actually do it where it's like how someone had pitched it on Tumblr. You're building the park, you got the dinosaurs, it's over. Cut to you have to escape the park.
Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Get another Turok game up in this bitch.
That would be good too. Man, I missed
And none of this, oh, you gotta jump on the pterodactyl and fly somewhere. None of that bullshit. I'm talking about you're in the jungle, don't know where the fuck you are, and you come around soldiers and then you get eaten by dinosaurs. You know the story.
They did that for the reboot for the 360 and PS3.
Yeah, but this one will be even better.
Just be like, okay, yeah, it's a sequel. It's a bigger planet. It's like Far Cry, kind of.
With a little bit of dead space.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this documentary. I don't really watch documentaries like that, but this one was very cool to see. Like all the stuff, I was taken aback so much. I remember the release parties when The Rock came out with Bill Gates talking about the Xbox before he was big time Rock now. It was so cool just seeing all that stuff. I think a lot of people have seen it. I know Metal Jesus Rocks on YouTube also saw it, and he gave it a lot of good praise as well. But I think that's it. Let's see. All right, yeah. As I peter out from that, I do recommend it. We have had a good show here. Oh wow, golly gee
Wow.
shucks.
Gee willikers, Batman.
All right, so this has been the S-Tier podcast, available on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Damn, I was like, do I say Twitch or YouTube? YouTube, Twitch. We are available on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. We're everywhere.
VR chat.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Mad Hatter 666 on YouTube. Is that right?
Mad Hatter 666 on VR.
VR. VR chat. You can talk to Eric, see if he has any input for today's show. All good
I'm
things,
gonna
I
be
hope.
on there tonight, so
What else? Check out everything. Check out everything. I don't know. I'm tired. We made it.
and smack that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to like and comment.
Yes. This will be available audio wise on Wednesday. It'll be available on YouTube as we end. Stay S-tier, everybody. And we'll see you next Sunday. Bye bye.
Bye.
Do that. And this.